rejected from this top here, this candle, and now we are rejecting from this area, this candle, and let's see if this was the top, and we keep on coming down. But we are still bullish, so we still have the 21 here to be acting as support, and it's a huge support. So every time we touch it, we go up, so we can touch it and come back up. And due to the USA and China tensions, the Chinese, to move money, they are using Bitcoin to transfer large amounts of money with low fees, especially now with the Hong Kong problem and all the problems. Many investments are maybe using Bitcoin. So we are still on the support. We need to hold the support in 2 days here. Where we are at the moment, these candles, and these candles. So now we can still go a bit down. We have 2 days to come a bit down, and then we have to push higher to be more bullish. Otherwise, this is just a lower high, and we come down like before, and we are just doing lower highs. And we already reached the top of Bitcoin for the next month, and then we have to come down. Let's see. Okay, so monthly, I'll take the log, so sometimes it's also cool to look like this. So we have all these rejections from the top. We already reject this candle, which is the same I was saying. Now we are rejecting that one, and let's see if we manage to push higher and hold the support with these candles and these wicks here. So we are really on the support now on the month. Weekly, doing lower high. We need to close above here, basically 9.6, 9.8 or above. So we have 2 days, 48 hours to do it. Otherwise, if this was the top and we are rejecting this area, it's another lower high, and we are starting to come down to test the new supports to see if they hold. So daily lower high. Now we are trying to hold, but we face the rejection because we close red. We can be doing this like here, who knows? Suddenly we can do here, come a bit down, up, and then back down, or hold above and push higher. So for the bullish case, we need to close above 9.6. And if we close above 9.6, or here this week, so on the 9.6.5 more or less, we can push higher, and it's more bullish. Otherwise, we are coming now. So in these 48 hours, we might come here to test this support and this support again, 9.3, 9.2, or even a bit lower. But we need to close above and push higher. If we start to come down, we have still this support here on the 8.9, and it's the big test. These weeks here until here are the other supports, but will be better to come here maximum to do a higher low and not start to do a lower high with this wick here, with this big candle. So let's see what it does. 48 hours to go. These are all buying opportunities for the bullish case with a stop loss here, for various entries until here, and with a stop loss here or here. Okay. 4 hours. We rejected these 2 candles mathematically, like here, but we are still above the 12. So this candle now is the big decision. If it comes up, it needs to close basically above 9.426 more or less, or above these weeks, above 9.5 more or less. Okay. Basically we need to close above this area here to be more bullish. Otherwise 21 is here, which is aligned with this wick, 9.3, and then we have the 9.2 more or less around here, this support here. Of course we can come down and test this area, but if we come here, let's see if we have a big push up, otherwise it starts to be more bearish, and then all these will be resistance, and then we need to close the back above the 21, but then will be resistance, otherwise we will just touch it and come down, at least to 8.5 for the 377 moving average here. And let's see, but if we start to doing this, I think we won't reach the tops, and as we see here and here, we can just be doing this, and now here, and we can still go a bit up, but then grinding down. This is my personal view, although we are still in a bullish momentum, and I've been doing longs and shorts from the top. So, and I bought, as I said here. So now I already did. I'm in a short basically from this area now. I also have a couple of shorts from this top if we have a wick, and my stop loss is here. So area by area, but this is just for a scalp. I will short and I will take profits on the 21 here, move my stop loss to break even by then, and then if it starts to come up, I'll just reassess and manage, but I don't mind taking profits here between 9.3 and 9.2, get out of the short, wait and see what price does, and then do a long or a short. But on spot, I bought here, so. And yeah, so 4 hours, 2 hours. Indicators are pointing down, as we can see. I forgot to say this, but it's just about looking at the RSI. Stochastic is already down, but it can hold down, so it's more about the RSI. We have support here. As we see here, we can do lines of support from the upper area to here. So this is a support, this is support, which we are arriving, so let's see. 2 hours, we are already below the 21, 5 minutes to go. If we close below, it's more bearish. Although we are doing higher lows here, but still we have a big selling pressure and indicators are pointing down on the RSI, so we need to touch the support basically, but let's see if we close above, but we need to close above at least here, 9.4 minimum. With a week now, maybe in this last 5 minutes he goes up. If he closes here, then we can push higher. If we close here, we are above the 21 or below the 21, but we have the resistance here. So let's see. Basically it's grinding and liquidating people to see where the market is, but indicators are pointing, even if we have a week here, although this one was already there, the late shorters already got caught, so let's see what he does. And all the buying areas are this moving average. Let's see where the price holds. The candles close. 1 hour already below the 21, facing resistance on the 50 now. We might still have another touch here, who knows, or here, but we already rejecting this area. And let's see, seems like it's coming down. 3 minutes to go. But who knows? Still, in 3 minutes, many things can happen. 30 minutes. Also, this candle is more bullish, as we see here. So if this one goes above here, see this one, it's more bullish, but can be just a rejection. So let's see. Shorts are from here, stop loss here or above, and many entries for shorts here. All these areas are too short with a stop loss here on the top, or with tight stops, which here it's more easy to control the risk. and can be just above here and 2 entries. And seems like we are starting to go down, but who knows? 2 minutes to go, 15 minutes. Rejection already the 21, but we have this big impulse, but will be just to reject. So we need to close basically here. It's starting to come down, but this is support on this candle. So on the next one we can have another push higher if we close above this one and this candles here. This is the support basically on the 9369. As we see from this week to all this area, it's support, so it's holding still. People who want to buy can buy here and the stop loss here or below this week, basically this week, and can have 2 entries to buy. One here, and can be another one here and the stop loss here. For the bullish case, bearish case can be just a short from where we are now, another one here, another one here, stop loss here, or depends, can be one here, another one here on this moving average, another one back here, and the stop loss above this week here. And that's it. 5 minutes. Still holding support, and we are still doing higher lows. Don't forget, here we came here, this was the tricky one, but we need to hold basically this area here, which we are still holding. 40 seconds to go, but it's starting to go down, so that's why 30 seconds. If we start to close below these areas, it's more tricky. Let's see, it's pushing up on the last 20 seconds, so it's still holding. We might still push higher, but we have resistance now here. Let's see, 10 seconds, it's going higher. Let's see, we are here as well, but resistance is here from this candle, so we are already down here. We didn't manage to close above this area, so we are here. Let's see what we do. And yeah, so we are still above support. Stop loss can be here, and the shorts the opposite. So the price is starting to go down, and yeah, many sales pressure. Indicators are pointing down. Here is still tricky because this candle closed above this, but we are below all this area, so we might just come here and then back down. This candle should close above this area, still below here. We are still on the support. Remember, support is here. So let's see what it does. We are still grinding, but its pressure is down. Indicators are down. We still closed. No, this is the 4 hours. We have to wait 2 hours. So let's see if we hold or we just touch this one, and then back up. Can happen. Okay, so that's the quick wrap up. The S&P is still grinding up, totally disconnected from the American economy. Basically, it's the stock market, S&P, it's all about the Fed injecting money and pushing the economy up, or the stock market up. So it's still grinding higher. There's many gaps on the low time frames below, but we are still holding. There's this big gap here, so the price still can push to this area, and from there, this is like the big resistance. I put this candle here. all these areas. But let's see, it's still trying to push higher. Supports are here, here on the 21. It's about, now it's all about buying on the 21 or the 12 and the stop loss below. We closed above this support, so we have this hammer pointing up, so I think, and now we are already green. We are in the weekend, we might push higher, and then this is the big test. If we manage to go above, make new high. Otherwise, we can just come here and then back down, and let's see. Gold is also on new highs, of course. Bitcoin is pushing higher as well. So as we see gold output, although it's facing rejection, we are already above the 21. So it's been on an uptrend, strong uptrend, and we are here. This is the supports now on the 12 and the 21, and that's it. But we might start to reach the